Good afternoon and welcome to Team Stamboli's video analysis of Performance Horizon, the world's largest marketing partner organisation. This analysis will include 4 different sections, including an overview of Performance Horizon and the digital marketing industry, 2 models which are PESTLE analysis and the 5 forces analysis, and finally an evaluation which will summarise our opinion here at Team Stamboli on how Performance Horizon will evolve and will provide 3 smart business objectives. First, we need an overview of the industry, so I'll hand you over to Danny. Hello, Danny.
Thank you, Oliver. Performance Horizon was founded in 2010 as a privately held marketing and advertising agency. Performance Horizon has over 190,000 marketing partners in over 183 countries around the world. This makes Performance Horizon the largest SaaS company in the world. SaaS means for Software as a Service Solutions. Performance Horizon have done digital marketing for massive companies around the world, such as Google, Nike, Spotify and British Airways.
Thank you, Danny. Excellent work there. Now over to our dream team, Conor McDermott, aka Big Steve, and Louis to provide some insight into the factors facing Performance Horizon via a PESTLE analysis. Steve, Louis, are you there?
Hello Ollie, I am here. Now firstly, I'm going to define what PESTLE analysis is and then take you through the political, economic, technological, social, environmental and legal factors Performance Horizon faces.
So a PESTLE analysis is a framework used by companies to evaluate and monitor the 5 factors which impact on an organisation or company. These 5 factors are political, economic, social, technological, environmental and legal. In terms of political factors, Performance Horizon needs to be aware of the consumer protection from unfair trading regulations, which means that they are unable to include messages which are false or deceptive in their advertising, or use sales techniques which can be seen as intimidating or aggressive. Performance Horizon also needs to be aware of the national living wage, because in April 2017, the national living wage increases up to £7.50 for workers ages 25 and over, which means that Performance Horizon are legally obligated to ensure all of their employees are earning this amount minimum per hour. If Performance Horizon failed to do this, then they're at risk of being sued and having to close down the business. I'm ready to tell you. Now in terms of economic factors which can affect the company, digital marketing companies such as Performance Horizon are being outsourced due to a limited availability of specific knowledge and skills set in this field, which is a threat for Performance Horizon. However, Performance Horizon are lucky because there is still a demand for digital marketing in terms of email and display channels. And as these channels mature, the skills in this market will increase and the technology will become more efficient for the company. In terms of social factors affecting Performance Horizon, in the past year, social videos have grown massively as a marketing format, with social media platforms such as Facebook, Twitter and Instagram becoming forms of broadcasting media, which companies are now using to promote their products and services. And this trend looks to continue to grow throughout 2017. Now, in terms of economic factors which can affect the company, digital marketing companies such as Performance Horizon are being outsourced due to a limited availability of specific knowledge and skills set in this field, which is a threat for Performance Horizon. However, Performance Horizon are lucky because there is still a demand for digital marketing in terms of email and display channels. And as these channels mature, the skills in this market will increase and the technology will become more efficient for the company. This means that Performance Horizon needs to ensure that they are using social media platforms to get their brand known, to gain more customers and to maintain their place in the market. Now over to my colleague Louis.
Thank you, Steve. The first point I'm going to discuss is technological. As an online enterprise, Performance Horizon may encounter technological difficulties. The first of which, the present factor of platform complications or difficulties with connectivity. As a site or are having difficulties connecting with their partners, potential revenue could be lost, both internally and externally. Internally through customer dissatisfaction with partners and externally through missed advertisement opportunities. A future technological factor which could affect Performance Horizon is the security levels of platform. With internet viruses constantly getting harder to eradicate, The potential loss of confidential business and customer information could result in large costs through repair and fines if in breach of the Data Protection Act of 1998. Moving on to legal factors, Performance Horizon is now available in 183 countries. This means that consequently they may encounter some future difficulties when having to actively abide by all the changing laws in differing countries' advertising standards. This is because laws can change quickly. As of present, the primary issue in relation to the legal factors is service safety. In relation to Performance Horizon, the company must ensure that their service is both secure in its internal confidentiality and its customers' documentation.
Thank you for your input, Steve and Louis. Now over to Will, our special correspondent, who will be presenting the 5 forces analysis, which hopefully should highlight the issues facing Performance Horizon and the industry. Hello, Will.
Thank you, Ollie. I've spent the time looking into Porter's 5 forces, a simple but powerful tool for understanding where the power lies in a business situation. This is useful because it helps you understand both the strength of your current position and the strengths of the position you're considering to move into. Today we will be going into the 5 forces and talking about how each individual force applies to Performance Horizon. You may ask, how easy is it for buyers to drive prices down? As Performance Horizon doesn't specialise in buying, it's hard to put a lid on this one. However, as Performance Horizon works with big companies such as Adidas and British Airways, they cannot let themselves get bullied into these big companies in order for them to pay less. However, after looking into the case study for British Airways, we went into detail about the contract they worked over. They weren't bullied around and kept their nerve, even when dealing with a massive company like British Airways. Competitive rivalry. Now this is the bread and butter of marketing. You want to entice customers to go to your business rather than competitors' businesses, who may offer a similar or the same service. As an advertising company, the main rivalry will be other marketing agencies. Performance Horizon uses its expertise in marketing in order to blow its competitors out of the market. The threat of substitution in the market would be if people, mainly Performance Horizon's customers, were to download their own marketing and advertising software, which would render Performance Horizon's services avoided, as the customers can now create their own marketing schemes. They've got all the software there. They don't need to pay people to do stuff for them. The threat of new entries into the market poses difficulties for Performance Horizon, as a newer company will likely have lower prices for similar services.
Thank you, Will. So moving on to the evaluation, it's clear from the analysis from my colleagues that Performance Horizon is a successful business. It is a relatively new business, having established itself in 2010, and it's already in over 183 countries and has 190 partners. We have developed 3 SMART business objectives. SMART stands for specific, measurable, achievable, time-bound and realistic. Our competitive recommendation for Performance Horizon is to achieve 250,000 partners by 2022. This would be a remarkable achievement considering they only would have opened 12 years previously. This is a SMART business objective as it is achievable considering how fast they are growing currently. The first of our macro recommendations is to increase all wages up to £7.50 by 2017. This is due to a change in the law found by Big Steve. The second macro recommendation is to offer lower costs to big companies to entice them to trade with Performance Horizon. As Will found from his 5 forces analysis, Performance Horizon don't alter their costs for larger businesses, which could deter some people. Thank you for watching Team Stamboli's video analysis of Performance Horizon. Now over to Big Steve with the weather.
Steve from Team Stamboli, giving to you today's weather forecast. And as you can see, it's at the moment it's cloudy all over the UK, but as the day goes on, the weather becomes hotter than hot sauce. Regan knows what I'm on about. Now, that was the weather from Big Steve from Team Stamboli. Back to you in the studio.
Right now, I'm on it like Sonic.
See?
Ready?
See that on your... Yeah.
Okay. I didn't. Oh, fuck.
Thank you, Ollie. I spent time looking into Porter's 5 focuses, a simple but powerful tool for understanding the Fucked it, wait.